Hi you guys, and welcome to your reading. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm speaking to somebody that you've got the 10 of Wands come out. You were dealing with a lot of, lack of a better word, a lot of crap. You were carrying a lot of crap. Like, some of you were bullied, some of you were treated unfairly, but there was definitely some injustice that you were dealing with that you weren't speaking up about, that you didn't feel like, you didn't know what to do. You felt held back, you weren't clear. And I feel like there was somebody, because the Devil card came out, there was somebody I feel like that was being unfair to you. Somebody was holding you back, somebody was taking the credit for your work, or someone was benefiting off of keeping you small in some kind of way. Now, I feel like you will know who that is for you. And if you feel like, oh, I don't know if there is somebody in my life doing that, this could also be an entity or a negative energy in your life that was feeding off of your downfall, feeding off of you feeling depressed, down. You just felt like injustice is what I'm getting. A lot of injustice, not knowing what to do. I feel like there was also maybe some manipulation for some people. This person or this entity was manipulating you, was making you believe things that aren't true, was keeping you small, was making you feel like you couldn't speak out, because we have the 7 of Wands and Ace of Swords in reverse. So there was some kind of mental fog, like confusion. You didn't know, lack of confidence, not knowing if you could speak out. For someone specific, I'm definitely getting this message of being bullied or being abused, being treated negatively, and not feeling like you can speak out to people that, like your family members, or for some people this is parents. You felt like you couldn't tell people that you trust what was going on. Some of you were dealing with this by yourself, because you didn't feel like you could tell someone that they would understand or believe you. Or for someone specific, that is the message. Like, there was definitely somebody really, I'm getting really negative energy of this, really heavy, of keeping you down, keeping you burdened, maybe making you believe that you're not good enough. There's something about your mental fog here, something about confusion, maybe manipulating you, and you just didn't feel good enough. You didn't know how to get out of this. You didn't know why this is happening to me. How do I overcome this? Who do I ask for help? There was something about that. And for some of you, that card is about the burdens and stress that you have carried for quite some time. You're just stressed out, you don't know what to do. And for some people, this could be in a specific job where you were treated unfairly and just had a very heavy workload. And someone, I'm getting like a superior or someone else was just benefiting off of that in some kind of way. But because the first 2 cards actually, or the first few cards before that, was actually the Emperor and the Empress. So there is definitely something, and from that I straight away felt there's something about authority. You didn't feel like you were in your authority. You didn't have any authority. You didn't feel like you could speak up, you could stand your ground, stand up to anyone. Or for those of you that this is like a mental thing, like a mental, your negative thoughts, just keeping you trapped, keeping you in this just burdened, stressful way. This negative energy was just keeping you trapped, keeping you down. But that's not who you are. This is who you really are. And I feel like this is 2 halves to a whole. This is your energy. You are the Emperor and the Empress. And I feel like you are complete, you are whole. Like, who your soul truly is not who you were being in this lifetime. This isn't who you are. This is just something you experience because you either have or either are right now coming out of this. There is definitely some change happening, because these were the first few cards to fall out, which tells me this is who you're meant to be. You're meant to regain your authority, meant to easily manifest what you want, and have that energy of being at the top, authoritative, leadership even. But things manifest for you. You're also quite wise, a lot of wisdom. I feel like this situation and what's happened and what you're going to learn and overcome through this is going to make you so wise. You're going to stand in your authority, and never again is anyone ever going to take advantage of you. You will not let it happen because of who you're becoming. This is where you're heading. This is who you truly were meant to be in this lifetime, and that's where you are heading. And I was shuffling. I was like, okay, so what's happening with this situation? Like, it's not looking good. What is happening with this person's energy? And then we got the Justice card. And I literally was like, yes, out loud. I was like, yes, That is what we need. That is probably the most perfect card to come out after I was seeing all those cards about your negative situation. Justice. Not, oh, it just got resolved, or things changed, or whatever. No, you need justice. You need to you will elevate from this situation, and those that held you back, whatever that was, whether you are there to witness it or not, they will get their justice. Justice is definitely being served, because we also have the Wheel of Fortune. This flipped in the deck, so I was like, no, I can't accept that. It didn't fall out. So I kept shuffling, and then when I pulled out, I think it was Justice, this was at the bottom of the deck. So I was like, well, there you go. It's meant to be. Your fortune is changing. This cycle is ending, and now you have a new cycle beginning. Your Wheel of Fortune is changing. Okay, for someone, I'm getting your Wheel of Fortune is activated. That might resonate for some reason, but there's like a activation of something, and your fortune is changing. The cycle is ending, a new cycle is beginning, and we've got the King of Wands. You're going to know exactly what to do. Like where you were held back, you didn't know what to do, you didn't know how to get out of it, you're going to be the King of Wands. You're going to know what to do. You're going to go forward. You're really going to work at it. You're going to be driven. I'm getting driven, ambitious. You just know what to do. You know how to move forward. And for a lot of people, I feel like, okay, this could be for someone specific, but you are going to be someone that ends up providing justice for others. Like the situation you dealt with, you're going to overcome it, and you're going to go full force. It's going to drive you into becoming your best self, following your dreams, manifesting what you want. You're just going to go full force, and it's not going to be a negative energy of, oh, I need to make this happen, and working hard and burdens and responsibilities. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be, I'm sure of myself. I'm ambitious. I know what to do. It's working out. I'm successful, and I'm going to keep going. And for some of you, you are going to be providing the justice for others. That's for someone specific. Somehow you are going to be providing justice maybe for other people who suffered the way you did, through whichever way you do that. You don't have to work in law or law enforcement. You don't have to do anything like that, although that might be what you're doing. It could just be even some way what you are going to do with your life is going to help others get their justice. And you might not know what that is yet, but that's okay. And that's what I'm getting from the Emperor and Empress. It's not something you're going to have to like try and make happen. It's just going to happen. I feel like you're going to impart a lot of wisdom. It's going to be easy. You're going to be in your authority. Maybe you're going to teach others how to boost their confidence and be in their authority. That could be for someone specific. Right, I'm going to go to the Roots and Wings deck and see if anything comes out. But just know, if it hasn't already, the cycle is ending. You're definitely stepping into your authority, wisdom, I feel like, and intellect. There's something about your intellect as well. I feel like some of you were raised with like fear-based beliefs about, that was what was holding you back. Sometimes you're trying too hard to be a good person, and you don't know, and it kind of keeps you small. Where you don't step into your authority, you're not assertive enough because of these beliefs that have held you down. And that could be what this card is for a lot of people. It could be lackful beliefs, false wisdom, false beliefs. I'm getting something was taught to you that wasn't right, and you felt like you had to be that way. You had to struggle, be humble, stay small, carry the burdens, not speak up for what is right. For some people, I'm definitely getting something about parents. Someone here went through something where the parents either raised you with these fear-based beliefs, or you felt like you couldn't go to your parents and tell them. There's something about someone's parents where your parents, maybe they have best intentions, but they just weren't there for you the way you really needed them. You really needed someone to have your back, and they just didn't. There's something about that specific for someone. You will know if that's for you. Or maybe it was your parents that, made you have that lackful mindset. They didn't step in their authority, and then you didn't feel comfortable stepping in yours. It wasn't natural for you. But that's not who you truly are. That's not what is meant for you. And I feel like you've incarnated in this life to experience this, overcome it, and then somehow you're going to help others. You're going to help others too. And it's not specific how that has to look. That will be different for different people. But you will get your justice. Justice is being served. Right, is there anything else? Oh, okay. Rooted in grace. Face life's challenges with grace, maintaining inner stability and calm amidst change. you're going to stand strong. There's going to be change, there may be chaos, there may be things happening, but you're going to step into your authority, into this calm presence of just knowing, not taking any crap from anyone anymore. And it's going to be graceful. You're not going to need to fight people or prove your point. You're just going to be. I know that sounds simple, but you're just going to be. You're not going to try and do something, or let me try and think something, or convince this person of my truth. No, you're rooted in grace. You keep growing no matter what is happening, and you're going to take on life's challenges with this new authority. You're going to stand in your authority. And also something else I got from this card is, for some people that I'm saying, where you felt like you had to be good and not speak up, or not fight back, or not, there was something about you couldn't do what you needed to do, and it's something about the way you were brought up. You were taught to be this way, be good, be graceful, be like this, be like that, and that messed you up in a way where you didn't stand up for yourself when needed. You maybe became a people pleaser, is what I'm getting, and that's what I'm getting from the parents' energy of like, whatever you experienced as a childhood, your trauma response was people pleasing. Maybe not for everyone, but for some, there was this thing of, some of you might even be confident or might be able to speak up or not afraid of confrontation. That could be the case. However, there was a part of you that felt bad or felt small, where you couldn't speak up and you had to behave a certain way. That's also something I'm getting from this, right? I'm going to go to the Threads of Karma deck, because I feel like for some people this is quite heavy, and this is rooted possibly in your lineage, or, okay. Release the resentment loop. That just flew out of the deck. Resentment isn't power, it's poison. Stop replaying the story. You are free to choose peace. So I feel like for someone, rightly so, you were wrong done, and maybe you've got some resentment you were holding on to, maybe towards people that didn't support you that were supposed to, or people that did you wrong. You might have some resentment, but this card has shown up to show you, as a sign. Okay, rooted in grace. That's what I'm getting from this. Some of you might feel like, I want my revenge, or you're angry about what happened, or those that didn't support you, but that isn't benefiting you in where you want to go and where you're heading. So it's time to stay rooted in grace, in your truth, and let the resentment go. Just see these lessons and everything that happened as a benefit, as a part of your journey. Yes, it was wrong, but justice is being served. And once it is, I feel like some of you have come out of negative situations, but might be holding on to some resentment. It's time to let it go. It's not benefiting you. It's not about them. It's always about you. It's always about whatever energy you hold, however you are feeling, whatever thoughts you are giving your time and attention to. That is that is your energy. That is your dominant energy, where your thoughts are dominantly going. And you might feel like others need their justice served, but trust it will be. You don't need to hold on to it. Let that go. That's not your job. The universe will take care of that. That's not for you to worry about. And if you give your energy to it, you are just going to keep feeling down. You're going to stay in that loop. I often feel the need to say this quote that really helped me. Judgment is attachment. If you're judging a situation, you're resentful. Why did this happen? I'm so angry. They should, like, bad things should happen to them. Why didn't they help me? They were supposed to help me. Whatever those feelings are, if you're judging the situation, you are still attached. Those attachments are not benefiting you. Acceptance is release. When you accept it happened, and even if I can't see why it happened, I know I deserve better, but if I can accept that happened, that's okay. That's my past. It's not who I am now. I don't need to be in victim or angry energy now. When you accept, you release. You let it go. It doesn't have power over you anymore, and that's how you're going to be rooted in grace. Whatever happened, you know what, it was awful, but it made me better. I'm not going to judge myself to be a victim or less than because of what happened. I'm better off. That life experience has given me knowledge, strength, and soul that somebody that didn't go through that wouldn't have. I'm better off. It makes me more empathetic, more caring, more loving, more understanding. This situation, although it won't feel like it, or it might start to feel like it, benefited you. Benefited you in the long run, although yes, you did deserve better. You did deserve love and support. But just trust it will add to you as a person and not take away from you. Don't feel like a victim because of this. A lot of people that are happy, successful, you see them doing great. They've been through things that you wouldn't imagine, but they don't see themselves as small because of it. It's just added to their life experience and their strength. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I'm feeling some of you might be feeling slightly out of control. This resentment, any of you that are going through it, it might be consuming you. And it's definite, that is not healthy for you. Do not stay attached to that. You might be feeling out of control. Maybe some of you don't feel like you have control, you have the authority, and releasing this, doing the therapy or whatever it is you're doing to work on yourself, it's time to release that and get your power back. That's what you need. You need your power back. And as I said that, we've got embrace healing. Embrace healing. There's definitely some healing needed for some of you that are coping with going from the 10 of Wands energy to the Emperor and Empress energy. If you're not there yet and you're not feeling healed and secure and in your authority and there's still some resentment going on, there's some healing needed and it's okay. Embrace the healing. That will look different for different people. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Trust the process and know that every step brings you closer to peace. There is something I said about that before. Peace. You need your peace. Some of you are... You really want to. Look at that person's face. They really want to. They really want to feel better. They really... Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to cry thinking about this. But you really are like, please, I want to feel better. You're hurt underneath all of this pain. You need to let it go. That pain is what's ugly, is what's holding you back, is what's making you feel like this. When you let that go, speak to the universe, speak to God, whoever, whatever you believe in, trust that you are not alone. Speak to God, speak to the universe, ask out, I need help with this. Guide me to my healing. This is definitely some of you need to go through the healing process, or you are currently embracing the healing and this is all a part of it. Feeling angry and releasing that anger is a part of the healing process and it's very necessary. There was a point where I almost, everything that had happened to me in my life, I wasn't angry about it. Before I started getting actual like healing, energetic healing, I was just like, whatever happened, but I want to move on. I want to think positive. I want to whatever. But that's when I started doing Reiki, started getting all kinds of spiritual healing journey, you can call it. It started that, which lasted a few years. But when that started and I got the Reiki and I got the spiritual healing, everything came to the surface. I was being triggered. Anger was coming out. Resentment was coming out. But I let myself feel it. I didn't judge myself. Well, maybe I did for a while, but then I learned, don't judge yourself. It's okay to feel angry. You're not bad for feeling angry. You're not bad for, whatever emotions were coming up. I gave myself space to feel it and release it and stop judging myself and the situation and just let it happen, let it flow through me. And I think I felt extreme anger for about a month and a half. I'm talking constantly triggered, angry. But then there was a point where it just left, my body. I wasn't feeling like that constantly. Yeah, you still get angry here and there, but it wasn't all consuming like it was at that time, but it needed to come out. Embrace, I don't know why I felt to share that, but embrace the healing journey. It is a journey. It's not linear. You'll be feeling great and then something will trigger you again, but it's okay. You keep making progress. Journal, nature walks, being outside, speaking out to the universe, asking your guides for help and not judging yourself, letting this process happen, I feel will be really beneficial. Right, that was your reading. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.